Okay, hi. I have never played Rodina before. I know nothing about it. Haven't read the Steam page or nothing, so this is totally blind. Let's see how it goes. I don't even know if it supports a controller, but I have one just in case. I'll switch to mouse and keyboard if I got it. Or Bema. Looks like it's mouse. Console, autosave, combat. Oh, okay. I don't know why I didn't expect combat, but cool. Full screen, video adapter. This all seems fine. Turn most of these on to very high, but I assume this takes a while. And this game's a little bit quieter than what we were just playing, so I'm going to turn it up a little bit. Let me know if the audio is off as we start here. Normal. Oh, that's kind of cool. The title screen. Your serial number, SRA 0017. Am I a robot? Oh, cute. Yeah, sure. My name is Sarah. Press T while looking at something like the sun to target it. Zorica. So this is the game about like a little exploratory rover. That's kind of cool. G to toggle your light. A super jumping rover. Scan the galaxy. Ooh, cool. Yeah, I can imagine there's a lot to explore here. This is my RoboHab. Airlock computer. Open airlock out. Whoa. Something about modifying the base. Fire extinguisher. Blaster. Repeating blaster. Interesting. Each time I picked one of those up, I think it destroyed the other items, or did this add those as items? Great. Weapons. Ship health. Cycle with R. Okay, thanks. So did the repeating blaster just replace the regular blaster because it's like strictly better? Health. Urgent message. Sender Rodina. Mission is in danger. A brave vanguard has been attacked by ships of unknown origin. Great ship Rodina will enter the system in but a few scant years. This enemy host is not defeated. The millions of souls aboard Rodina and our dreams for a bright future will fall. Repel the enemy hordes. Cool, okay. You can find a decryption key. Interesting. Scanners. Player. Zorica. Goals. Data. Archives, none at the moment. Shelves. I noticed that outside you get like a base builder if you choose to. Is the layout I'm seeing right now a fixed one that every player will see, or is it randomized? Shower. Regular blaster. Oh, cool. Charge beam. And the sound effect they went with, too. Okay, so I think we can leave, if I'm understanding things correctly here. Rocket blaster. I do have a jetpack. Nice. Just kind of instinctively thought I could double jump there. Okay. So what can I do if I want to come back here? I don't have like a map, right? And I no longer have an objective marker for this thing. I guess I could lock on the Sarah's ship. Okay. Lock on and keep it behind me, I suppose. And just not T anything else. I thought maybe there would be a computer on board that was going to give me another objective to look for, but I guess I'll just explore and see what we find. Oh, cool. Once I get far enough away, it automatically makes it green. Okay. Thanks. Makes sense. So my jetpack doesn't regen unless if I'm in my base, is that right? Interesting. Anywhere with atmosphere will recharge it then? So I'm like starting on an asteroid basically? Okay. This is why when I like target it, I could target this from space too, presumably. Interesting. There's gonna be something closest to the ship, okay. It seems pretty big. Did I miss any kind of like objective markers on the ship, or is that mostly to get your initial gun to kind of inform you of your mission? I can already fly it? Okay, I wasn't sure about that part. I thought I needed to get the drive, but that's like to be able to travel further, I guess. Is there falling damage in this? Maybe it depends on the gravity of the body that you're on. Gotcha, that's cool. I guess with the jetpack I get some extra forward momentum too. Oh, I can shoot my own ship. Oops, but it regens over time. Good to know. Don't do that. There's a remotely pilot ship option, which isn't the same thing, right? Oh, okay. So I can do it while I'm on the ship. Engage the clutch and coast. Oh, that's cool. Really? It's a manual transmission spaceship? That's kind of crazy. Okay, I see why you don't want to stray too far from the ship at the beginning. From the airlock or from any of the pilot stations? Docking speed. What's the best way to dock? Just physics-based, it looks like. And it has a flashlight. It's pretty crazy. Perfect landing. 10 out of 10. Cruise engine upgrade. Now you can travel to other asteroids. Find the radar signals of heavenly bodies. Missile ammo. Oh, that's cool. What do I think about that? Hal Grumpkins. You know what? I hate gravity. The light jazz on the cochlear implant. Add it to the archive. That's cool. Leon, do you have a NVIDIA card? You might be able to grab that RTX voice software. Yeah, Bioshock storytelling. Makes sense. Yeah, it's called RTX Voice. Does a really good job of removing background noise like that. It might make your voice crackle a bit, but probably worth it. If the amount of crackle you're hearing from me on stream is acceptable or not noticeable, it's probably better than the sound of a loud thing like that. Cruising speed. Whoa. What's the button to engage the clutch again? Right click? Okay. So these different white circles are like places to explore, basically. Minor asteroid, I see. Oh yeah, this game is huge. It's like No Man's Sky, but it knows what it is. I think there's... Maybe you can Google it. Remember there being a tool to just enable it with any NVIDIA card. That was just like an arbitrary switch you could flip. Kind of cool how they go from being a little dot to actually resolving. Uh-oh. How does saving work in this game? Should check. Alright, there is an autosave. Auto saves every time you do something substantial. Okay. What's the second reticle underneath my main reticle? Use all my missiles. That's okay. I see. This is a cool game. Like a skull? It doesn't always tell me that I can press tab to get out. Gotcha. Thought it was up here somewhere. This thing? Oh, damn. The gravity on this thing is basically non-existent. This looks like a Zelda 1 dungeon. Whoa, seriously? Oh god. Cool. I imagine once you've been to several of these and you start to tell, oh, okay, it's using this pattern with this dungeon, this enemy, it's less impressive, but the first time is pretty sweet. Xenodor. It's pretty cool though. Now, do I have regenerating health? Oh, he's got a flamethrower. I don't think that bar is regenerating. And I died. Alright, let's try it again. You died. Stop it. Stop shooting me from up here. Okay. They drop little healing pods. Leave those behind if I need them later. Missiles. Try a rocket blaster, okay. Just blow himself up. Teeny heals. Bunch of rockets, very exciting. So I'm assuming that, like, when you find one of these little Zelda dungeons, that there's, like, one item that's worth finding in there? Or can they generate with nothing in them? They always have something. I think that's what they're going for with the beam gun and the charge shot. Although the actual, like, flying around exploring planets part is pretty crazy. Thanks, combat music. Do. Here we go. 2 missile ammo. Communication decryption key. Oh. Okay, so the way I would do this if I were making this game would be I would still make all the planets random and make whether there's a dungeon on there random and all that fun stuff. But I would make upgrade at the end of the dungeon be like a placeholder. And then when you do your first dungeon, it's always a decryption key. And when you do your second dungeon, it's always your second upgrade and so on. Or maybe it draws from like a pool of the possible upgrades that are remaining. That way you can still go in whatever direction you want and just kind of like collapse the wave function until you get all of the upgrades. I assume I have to fly back out of here. I assume there are probably, just like for the sake of Easter eggs, some scripted locations that have cool stuff in them, but yeah, Skyrim exit shortcut would especially be nice because I don't remember what room I started in. And it was like a weird little climby thing. Trying to look in the ceiling to see where it might be. I guess if the room you first landed in had a slightly different color would help too, you know? I don't remember how you got in. You're gonna have a bad time. I know I dropped in on some kind of like wall thing. The previous room that I was in, you mean? Okay. Is this something I'll be able to see while looking up? Yeah, this room looks familiar because that one guy got trapped in it, huh? Near a wall. Okay, thanks. Oh god. Cruel, okay. I wish I could, like, paint a little tag, like a reminder tag. Thanks for calling that out. I would not have seen that otherwise. Now I know what to expect, at least. I'm gonna use the jetpack to go down, okay. Cool. Let's pick another one here. Why not? Basically a giant asteroid field. Also, I want to check out the decryption thing, I guess. I'll do that once I land. I have to go on the ship to do it. Oh, I'm out of missiles. I thought I got some more. I guess those are rockets, not missiles. I'm super dead. Sarah is in trouble. Yes, I am. Thanks, game. I like the trails to help you find what you're doing here. Hey. Did it say visited? Yes? I think so. I guess I can use the target to find my way back out. You can flag one thing at a time. Shouldn't underestimate how far away that is. It's probably fine. Alright, what we decrypt? Encrypted communications. Pending data transfer initiated by a .deniva. Read me immediately. Open read me immediately. Key files corrupted. Brute force decrypt. You know this is Vanguard commands. Please respond. Hostile Xeno contact. System's empty. Long-range data going back 40 years. Lost the primary pilot, most of the navigation. Computer auto-ejected everyone on the starboard side. Still 5 or 6 years away at current speed. Science says Xeno is a negative. It must be another colony group. Xeno, ET, Little Green Men, Xeno. Want us to risk the entire mission? Okay, so the Rodina is like a colony, big live ship. And we have to save them before they get here, or they're all gonna die. As close as you can to the hostiles and detonate your drive. Detonate your own drive. Communication. Contact us on a private frequency 43.69376. Now, did I actually learn that? You see now, hero, the sad remains of our glorious vanguard, strewn like so many pearls across the system. Makes sense that we're the vanguard. Find greater means of outfit for your craft. The enemy is everywhere. Okay, cool. Lore learned. Let's get out of here. Go scope out this Zelda dungeon, procedurally generated Zelda dungeon. I guess it's not targeted anymore. There it is. Xeno Mine. I guess it targets the whole thing, so maybe that doesn't give me an exit. Everything is on your capable shoulders. But I think I'm like a robot drone thing. And the whole having a serial number and waking up on a planet thing. So will the exit always be near a wall like that? You got stuck on the rock. Highly expendable. Stop it, asshole. Fire booster? Really? Oh, it's a temporary upgrade. Okay. That's still cool. I was hoping that was gonna be permanent. That would be kind of cool. Can be anywhere. Get to use the gun? Probably not. This one's actually easier to see since it's not up against the wall. Wish there was like a beam of light or something coming down from the exit. Or that there was a Skyrim shortcut, that would be nice too. Even if it was just like a boring like teleport that took you back to the entrance once you get the dungeon's item. This feels like not progress. There aren't enemies in the room. I'm probably been there before. Maybe not necessarily. Need breadcrumbs so bad. Get away from me, asshole! Hey, data stick, we got out. At a terminal at the spaceport. Left-hand Pete's. Eat their crunchy O's. Tell management I'm not rotting in a cell. Not incarcerated, they don't need to burn my identity. Huh. Missile ammo, diaconium crystal. Now travel across the solar system in 4th gear. Okay, that's pretty important. Let's see if I can find my way out of here now. Probably not. Mean procedurally generated mazes. Oh, I left you alive somehow. Sorry, friend. Alright, see it this time. So do those rooms have atmosphere then? What a beautiful landing. Because you needed to be able to get out. Remotely pilot ship. Liminal drive. That's cool. Yeah, it's like engaging the clutch. It's kind of crazy. It's a planet now, maybe? Undiscovered. It's cool. Oh, really? Alright, I'll do it when I land. You tend to get them after each, like, progress step, basically. Valus. Oh, that seems bad. I'm guessing I get stuff later on that lets me just go through and nuke all these guys. Maybe those aren't all enemy ships. They do a good job of making the planet seem way bigger than the asteroids. Satellites, maybe? That seems bad. Do I need to get something to be able to, like, land in the atmosphere then? Let's keep scoping these out. Did I, like, fly through it? I think I did. Oops. Oh, okay. It looks so bad that I thought it was going to be another, like, upgrade that I would have to get. I will. I was planning on doing that whenever I land. It's like a ship. Yeah, but I was planning to do it when I land. I was like, I need to leave the ship anyway. Hell is this? I think I can land on it. Might be, trying to get somewhere where I can... Oh god, there's an entrance. Holy shit. Okay, that's kind of cool. So like a little space station? Hold on. I think it does have a small amount of gravity. It's trapped on it at the moment. Stop it! You make me sick. Come on. Sorry, I'm just trying to find a place where I can like park the ship where it's not gonna like float away from me. I don't know if that's possible. It might not be. Urgent message. Go to Jarlo first. Farm constant to our cause. We grow stick on this planet to claim for ourselves. Then go to Perun. It's fruits used to increase your mighty strength. Yeah, unfortunately, I'd really like to explore. Am I not supposed to be able to interact with one of these things just yet? Do I need like an upgrade to be able to land on it? So I could just like jump onto my ship, but then I'm worried I'm not gonna be able to get back to it. So I see there's an entrance. Maybe this thing has enough gravity that I'll just orbit it and then I can like fly back to my ship? Question mark. Is there a risk of my ship flying off into space if I just jump off of it? Alright, well, I'll save and then try, why not? Hopefully there's a atmosphere inside this thing. Come on. shit. God. Dock! 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 No, not that. That's not docking. Wasted my jetpack getting here. Whew. Yay, jetpack. Oh god, assholes. I don't know what I was expecting. Probably should have been expecting assholes. Barrels. Pressurized tank. It's gonna be like an Ender's Game thing where I am the evil invading alien and like they just sent a robot out here to destroy all of them and gave it the story of like trying to protect some incoming colonists, but really we're just like the force that's sent here to destroy the native life. Spoilers for Ender's Game, I guess. Grav bikes, oh, that's cool. I was wondering about that. It might just be a thing that you can place on a ship when you're like making a custom ship. Kind of feels like I'm just murdering people in their home. Very much expected an Ender's Game twist. They're mostly just like cosmetic, like decoration, basically. Oh, they have these little office rooms. Okay. Sorry, people of the ship. I murdered all of you. That's cool. You can ride them. Of course you can. It makes perfect sense. That's the airlock. If you don't want to do just yet, I'm going to try to get one of these crab bikes out of here if I can. Is it a different button to press to ride them then? Oh, everything needed to be dead first. Okay. God, don't go too fast now. You're gonna be very sad if you go too fast. Please tell me I didn't just bump my ship enough to send it flying. God. This is fine, it's fine, it's completely fine. It's completely and utterly fine. Just find the entrance, it's around here somewhere. That's nice, there's like infinite jetpack outside. Glad I stopped at this random shitty ship, although I'm guessing you can get these on lots of like planets and locations later on, and it's not special that this ship had them. Oh fuck, what's happening? Polygons. Control in space, go up and down. Okay, thanks. Now I've got a bike. Is that what that's supposed to be? Like a space to store it? Neat. Alright, so I assume they just gave me map markers for the places they want me to go here. That's the one I just found. Did this thing ever get a Vanguard chunk? Status cleared. Ah. So you could 100% this if you were a crazy person. Yeah. Chunk of the Vanguard. Makes sense. Now, the map marker just told me the name of the place I want to go, but it's not going to be scanned until I actually find it, right? Don't fly into the sun, that would be bad. Have you considered not flying into the sun? Raising it as gear shifting is kind of cool. It's silly. Rune, this is the one I had to go to second. So we want to do the other one first, I guess. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Oops, keep hitting tab, sorry. Ships traveling at relativistic speeds. Don't get out of the ship and barrel roll. T, not tab. Okay. Explains why the aliens had toilets and stuff. This is the one we want. Wonderful. Yariro. Girillo. Yeah, this game's pretty satisfying. It's like, I feel like I have this automatic prejudice against these kinds of games. Because it's like, okay, well, there's no way that you can actually make a satisfying authored experience given the enormous scope. So how long does it take for the illusion to collapse, right? And maybe one of these days the dev's really going to prove me wrong. I guess if they're just going through and then populating a big world like this with a bunch of authored locations, then that is pretty cool. Feeling of like coming up on the planets is pretty sweet though, I gotta say. No, don't do liminal, that would be bad. Steep re-entry. I took a ship's health penalty from that. Wow. Yeah, they did a really good job with the scale of this. That's pretty awesome. Atmospheric entry is a try to go to the options, setting atmospheric entry difficulty to 0, turning it back after practice. Well, I'm sure it's saving here. So basically you want to like go not quite perpendicular, well definitely not perpendicular, but like what kind of angle am I going for ideally for the atmospheric entry? Well, that seemed to work out. Wow. Yeah, they got the scale of this really. They did a really good job of like blurring the lines between. Because I'm sure there's a shenanigan happening where like you're transitioning between different stages of what's being resolved for the planet, right? On No Man's Sky, that happens with a sudden like loading hitch. Entry is shallow. I think the scale is right, but I'd still assume that like the individual rocks on this planet don't start getting rendered until you pass some kind of resolution threshold, you know? I gotta use control more, that would help. Thanks for telling me about that. I think of games like this as having different scale regimes, and like they want to trick you. They want to cover the seams as much as possible when you move from like the walking around on the planet level regime to the flying around in the atmosphere level regime to the flying up to the planet in space to the seeing it as a targetable object from a distance, right? These all data sticks. Probably. Decryption key. Oh, cool. So pretty much anywhere I go, I'm gonna get stuff. Seed management. Rack after rack of Terra Nova brand Hungry Immigrant seed trays. Remove seeds from stasis. Don't throw seeds at others. Put seeds in a large vat and swim in them, you're not a millionaire. The seeds are for everyone to share. Seeds don't require worship or sacrifice of any kind. Treat you well later when you kill and eat them. SSD removes the hitches, I see. So what does it mean to find an empty crate? Anything? I should have taken out my grab bike. Oops. Let's go. Really, like every time I get back on the ship? Big glass display in front of me. Red is bad, yellow is okay. Something happened with the ship. They ejected the life pods. And burn through your oxygen. My sweet. Transmission from the Rodina. Contacting them on a private frequency. They're not helping us. We're the ones at the front of the line, right? Dina's looking out for Rodina. Why did I marry an engineer? I was handsome. I could have married a dancer. Still got my little bike. Yeah, this is pretty rad. Oh, really? Gotcha. No Man's Sky with a much tighter scope. Doesn't need years of patching to catch it up to the scope idea. I'll talk about it more once it ends up back on Subblock. I think that there's like Paranormal, Lisa, and Katie are all banking towards it now. But like, I really wish that game had a much more restricted explorable space. Like, I feel like the whole, oh, it's so huge that no one could ever map all of it, like, is actively at odds with the design philosophy of going around and like discovering species and planets and marking them discovered. Like, the chance that another player will ever find what you discovered is vanishingly small. So it kind of raises a like, why bother question, right? Let's see what else is on this planet. I don't see any other point of interest markers. Okay, you gotta get pretty high to see this, I guess. Makes sense. Okay, I cannot shift up into liminal once I'm through the atmosphere. I guess that makes sense. Unknown. I kind of wish that the like gear shift was the mouse wheel. I'll get a hang on it though. Unknown white square. Really appreciate how much bigger they've managed to make the planets feel. I'm sure it's just to scale, but you don't really like feel it in a lot of space games since you're rarely allowed to land. Well, that was a mistake. The ship just regions automatically over time, right? Whoops. Now we know what happened to that crash ship, huh? Oh, thanks. Trying to figure out, like, this isn't having, it's not been a problem before. Leave my bike here. Oh, really? It said it was, said it was unknown. Xeno Scout. So is this where I was, where I just found some stuff on the ground and it just like happened to come after me? Ah, okay. Thanks. Well, that's cool. There's a day-night cycle, so is it just like modeling the rotation of the planet, and if it's facing away, if the side you're on is facing away from the star, then it's dark? That's pretty neat. Let's go way higher this time. I'm still trying to learn the distances between things in this. I assume all those red circles are just enemy ships, so not that big of a deal. I'll assume this is a satellite. Nope, not a satellite. You cannot fire your guns when you're at cruising speed, I guess that makes sense. Oh god, this one has missiles. This was probably a bad idea. So can I ever salvage a destroyed ship? Is that a thing? That's the square I was just at, is what you're saying? I like the way they do the light, so you can kind of see which side has the star on it. Does this game get any patches? Oh, right. It's cool. You know mine. Is there like a number that represents when I no longer am re-entering the atmosphere? Like 100 kilometers, maybe? Not 100. Oh, it's about 100, okay. So we've learned that the mines are the little Zelda dungeons. They usually have upgrades in them. So it's pretty hard to like land. I think I just got super lucky last time in getting through the atmosphere right near where I wanted to go eventually. I guess here I started descending earlier than I probably wanted to. So I haven't played a lot of these like Space Sims, Fly and Land Everywhere type games. Pretty much just Elite Dangerous, No Man's Sky. I've seen some promotional material for stuff like Star Citizen, but I think this is the most charming one I've played. Like, I mean, I'm only like an hour into it, and obviously there's some... Okay, the mines are all these little doom mazes, and they just have some aliens running around. But I think the fact that it knows what it is a little bit better makes me more excited to play it. Also, the short how long to beat is promising. Traveling in the atmosphere is pretty slow. Okay. I think when it comes to the dream of the, you know, space game, fly around and do anything, like, it just seems so physically impossible for a developer to ever really, like, pull it off with the scope that keeps getting advertised, that my cynicism prevents me from, like, enjoying the parts of the game where you have the illusion that everything is unique. Like in No Man's Sky, the first time I went to the station, I was like, oh, this is really cool. Like, there's this one station and there's all these aliens and some of them are vendors. And then I went to the very next station and I was like, oh. Okay, well, I should have known. They haven't finished the story for this one yet. That makes sense, and that's why they have that landing gear thing to discourage you from just doing that all the time, Walter. Yeah, it's just the one station. There's many copies of that station. It is cool, though. But I think that games like that are operating on the temporary, illusory wave function period when you, like, don't know what's going to get repeated. And, like, you see your little Lux turtle and you see your little, like, exploding flower thing and you're like, whoa! I bet those are unique and I'll never see those on another planet. And you go to the very next planet and the exact same creature's there and you're like, oh. Very sensitive, I think, to people collapsing the wave function on you. Shield asshole, you're new. That's cool. First 2 chapters are complete. That's cool. I didn't realize that the game wasn't fully released yet. Yeah, they have that with the multiplayer Nexus, right? That's in-universe is a single station that multiple people can go to for multiple places. Conservation of bullshitonium, yeah. I guess I would prefer also if the station was just that. Trying to think, why does... I know the reason Subnautica breaks it for me is because Subnautica is a completely authored world to explore. They may have used procedural generation to, like, make the landscape, and then they filled it all in with intentional stuff. Terraria works, I think, because of the way everything is gated and how there's something that's interesting and handcrafted in each of the, like, phases of the game. So, like, sure, there's a bunch of buildings in Hell that all look identical, but, like, seeing the building in Hell is interesting. And the game is set up that, like, it's a temporary experience. You're not intended to, like, spend a ton of time there. Like, once you finish opening all the chests and fighting the wall of flesh and whatever, you're basically done. This guy spawned in the worst place for a shieldman. The map layout is way more fixed than it's clear, yeah. I think that Terraria, to me, it's like the perfect way to do a procedurally generated game like that. Like, make the immediate area around me somewhat randomized. so that if I start 2 different worlds or I play the game a second time, I'm not going to know exactly what to do or where to go. I might get surprised occasionally, but don't like depend on it in lieu of level design. I think my like my cynicism around it gets in the way of me enjoying some of these games, because I can't even spend very much time in the oh my god, this is unique phase, because I'm like, there's no way it is, right? So I'll be playing No Man's Sky and I'll get to that station and I'll be like, wow, there's a lot of really unique... Like, I didn't call that there would be a station in every system with all of the same resources in it, but I was wondering, like, okay, so how do other players who started on other planets get progress here? Do they have to fly somewhere else? Did I just luck out that the station was here? If you find the jungle, you know the dungeons on the other side of the map, about the same distance from spawn. Makes sense. Pre-breaking it, exactly. I think that's the key to enjoying these games, though. I think it's like spending as long as possible in that illusory period. And I'm not using illusion in a, like, denigrating sense. I think illusions in games are really important, that it's all about maintaining it for as long as possible. There was a magical bell in the sky that sent out constant hot rays of grow juice for free. But it was always there, day after day, spreading its magical grow juice over the entire planet. Locate, claim, and cleanse. Only those systems getting the finest Class A main sequence stellar bodies. Except as specified below. Kill ants. Burnish your skin to a rich mahogany color. Tell you when to sleep and when to wake up. Pass judgment on the weak. Troubleshooting your son. This is great. Are you standing inside a building? Are there windows around you? Are your eyes closed? Please open them if so. Dude, this is great. Problem. I love the sun and spend as much time as possible with it. However, my skin sometimes becomes painful and red. While the sun is your friend, it will also occasionally damage and destroy your tissue down to the DNA level. Sorry! Get a replacement for your eyes. Do not under any circumstances look at your son. You will be consumed. Residents of Morpheus 2 will never see the sun ever. That's awesome. More encrypted communications. Okay, we'll go check it right away. Yeah, and I think that's basically what Terraria is to me. Like, I'm trying to think if I've played another procedural generation game that handles it like that. I guess Vanaheim is supposed to be like that. I haven't played it, but... Or Valheim, not Vanaheim. That's something else. Open world survival crafting with bosses. I don't remember where the exit was, so if you see it, let me know. This was the final room, I think. That's cool, Walter. So they use like sound to help you find your way out. That could work too. A bunch of bright lights. I was starting to get procedural fatigue from No Man's Sky by the end of that session. Like, it seemed like there was cool stuff to do, but I was getting really strong, like, why am I bothering ennui, you know? around, ship. There you go. Proud of you. I wish that was just in the same room. Passengers and crew of the former light transport Vanguard, Stanislaus Litvin, wagon master of the Rodina. We, not you. We're all one people. Just has a voting share. Your success in the Vanguard lottery. Some of you have survived. Urge you to respond. Oh, a sizable portion of the Vanguard passenger list also have family box in Rodina's sleeper car. Honor your oaths and contact us immediately. Anything other than a life pod, respond back to my frequency right now. Do not contact Rodina. I don't care what Stan says about brotherhood and community. I think his comment about the sleeper car was just a casual aside. Okay, so I can't actually follow up with that, right? That thing will be blue if there's anything to read. "16 missiles. I'm okay with content being shuffled. Like, obviously I like Terraria, right? That has plenty of repeat gameplay loops. But it has enough, like, non-degenerate rewards that aren't, like, just a single kind of currency. Like, I appreciate that they came up with this idea of having biome chests, where there's only certain kinds of items that roll in those chests. And you know, you kind of have a problem where if you have a really strong weapon, you no longer give a shit about any of the potentially cool weapon types in those chests. But, like, you know, needing to get the thing that stops falling damage, or getting the thing that gives you a double jump, or lets you dash, or whatever, like, that makes me excited about exploring the biome, because maybe I'm going to bump into one of those things. And I like that No Man's Sky gives you this, like, exploration currency, basically, that you can use to research technology. But at least so far, I haven't really found anywhere where it's like, okay, this was only on this planet, or it's only on this kind of planet, and it's a reason why you should explore this planet over another planet, you know? Like, if every accessory in Terraria could all just roll, oh shit. Every accessory in Terraria could roll in every chest in the game. You would just pick the least dangerous biome that has the highest concentration of chests and just turn that over until you find all the items. Targeting is what causes the missiles to travel here. Well, they've actually aggroed me. Maybe they haven't. Oh, really? Okay. Oops. Used to be a number of different progression arcs. They added a shop in the Nexus where you can buy your way past most of them. Salvage data are nano, and all the blueprints are in the Nexus shop. I see. So yeah, so for me it's not necessarily just about content shuffling. I understand and expect that. It's just the way that content becomes interchangeable in the game. Obviously, I don't care about repeating the same loop for hundreds of hours. I mean, I played RuneScape, but like, RuneScape works for me because those loops all result in different, like, Metroidvania unlocks that then unlock other more interesting content throughout the game. Like, I would like it less if it was like, oh, you could train fishing or mining or cooking or herb lore or this. Pick which one you want to do, because they're all going to give you a token that lets you fight the next boss, right? I don't think there's anything else interesting on this planet. Maybe it's time to go to the other one. I haven't been to that guy yet. I still haven't... Shouldn't do Valus. The purple one is Haroon. Used to be if you wanted, you could do the base building quest and hire a technician and do his quest, which gave you lore. And you can still do it that way, or you can just buy the thing. Oh, I see. So they're trying to make it a like, oh, now you can explore more instead of doing what we wanted you to do. But for me, I would probably prefer the explore where the game is telling me version of play. I see what you're saying. The plus signs, it just means like random salvage on the surface. I'm guessing the Xeno mines are the more important things to go for first. I haven't done a Xeno base. Let's try that out. It's probably a mistake. Pretty. Junk littered on the ground. Hooray for mistakes, indeed. Notice that the junk can take the form of a data stick. I don't know if it can take the form of a progression upgrade. I see. I'm wondering if I should do the plus signs first, since there's no resistance from enemies. This one's really hard to... I don't think I have an intuition for what re-entry should look like. Hey. Oh, it's a desert planet? Oh, that's cool. Let's save, shall we? How tiny it is. Let's get out of here. It just reflects how huge planets are. You make a giant building, it doesn't matter. Pretty. Does this place have like super high gravity or something? Maybe not as bad as I thought. Okay, let's get wrecked. This is probably not going to end well for me. Oh shit. Like Hades, shield guys are the worst. Yeah, I got plenty of rockets, sure using those. Whoa. That's a cool attack. Whoa, sci-fi! Oh god, okay, don't do that. This looks promising. Data stick, stay the course. Why would all of these Xenos have human data sticks? Why were there a bunch of Xenos living on a chunk of the Vanguard? Staunch member of the Society. Maintain an even keel. Ring blaster ammo. Oh, that's cool. So I could get the ring blaster as a gun in here, potentially. Okay, that thing doesn't kill me. At the giant base ended up being quite a bit smaller than their mines. Probably still gonna get lost on my way out. Yeah, right. Appreciate that. Life numbers are orange now. Is that bad? More of a burnt umber. Are you soldering? So I can make this a gummy ship if I wanted to, it sounds like. So are there any, like... I had that thing that was like, you should go to this planet and then that planet, but it looks like they have the same, like... resource nodes, data sticks, and upgrades. Is there, like, a specific kind of building on both planets that I can visit that has something special on it? I haven't seen any, like, unique icons in here as far as I can tell. Bases, there's mines. Am I good to be at this one by now, or should I do more stuff on the first one? Hard primarily due to the camera, I feel like. I want it to be steep for a little bit. Okay, so steep doesn't mean bad, you're about to blow up. Steep... Oh! No, it does. It does. It does mean that. Doesn't matter which of the two you're checking. You just can't get the resources on like asteroids at this point. I didn't see that my health was on the screen at all. Okay, so steep re-entry causes your health to take damage. Gotcha. I wasn't noticing that at the bottom before. Goes down faster the steeper your angle, I guess. First try. Oh, did I just target a human enemy? That's funny. This thing was just like scoping out the thing on the surface, I guess. Minor resistance compared to a mine, though. Hello. Missiles. Empty barrel. Restore encrypted communications on the radio. In defense of the same. You will forgive me my laughter. Only one who knows the particular thickness of the stick may rewrap it and read the message. Others see a useless strip of paper with scratches on it. Clever, is it not? Who would think of such a thing? Romans did that. I didn't know that. That's cool. There is no discovery, only endless rediscovery. It's cool. One of my favorite things about game design, I keep watching, I'm like completely addicted to that Cracking the Cryptic British YouTuber that like just does ridiculous Sudokus with no hints. He likes to point out once a puzzle's done how like this puzzle just existed in nature and the person who submitted it like discovered that it existed. And I think that that's true for most game design ideas, or at least once you establish the initial rules, patterns exist in your system that you didn't intend. Then if you like were to make, if two different game designers were both to happen to make two similar sets of rules, that there would be strategies in common between those two games and like design space in common between those two games, even if they weren't like outright influenced by one another. Endless rediscovery. I think as much as he's like super pretentious, that's part of why I like Jonathan Blow's game design so much, because he kind of just comes up with a basic idea and then like asks, okay, so what does that imply, right? If this is the rule, what is the puzzle? I think I did. Kind of wish you just like read the comms when you picked up the stick if you're supposed to do this every time. Can you not like get multiple of these in a row? You have to read this in order for the next one to trigger. Identify friend foe. Retrieval of the core. Tell me about your stick, but I don't hear any carrot yet. Group now. Only one bothering with you. How's that for a carrot? What are the odds I can convince at least one of them you're leading them to their death? All I need is one. You need me more than I need you. Just giving up survivors left and right. Xeno light capital ship close to Velos. 40 or 50 highly motivated humans here. It's pretty good pilots. Thousands of years of evolution behind us. How good can a bunch of Xenos really be? Interesting. So does that mean that I can now go to the go to Valus and try to get on that capital ship they're talking about? We had one message where it was really clear. Oops. Not yet. Okay. Whoa. Upgrades, basically. What else we got here? Hey. Still pretty far, though. So I have to fight a bomber real quick. That shouldn't be a problem, though. Sad when it's on the dark side of the planet. Is it leaving from scouting? Bye, Xeno Bomber. It has an atmosphere, or it wouldn't do that, right? Good enough. The bomber doesn't come back while I'm looting it. Data stick. Psych eval results for Mila plus shopping list. Nutmeg you can trade for? Psychopathic tendency, cruelty to animals, physical compulsive. Seems bad. More decryption, okay. Sure as I can make it. Piggybacking on the keep alive pings between our ships. Shit doesn't like noise. Are you doing anything to my husband? My wife died in agony a few hours ago. It finds out that my contact is helping us to put us at the nearest airlock. Non-team's command ship in the Rodina. Suka. Puncture in the life pod. Alright, let's try to find another one here. Probably faster to point up than it is to try to use the boosters below the ship. Okay, it is. I have to monitor that altitude thing better. Helps me to know better if what I'm doing is effective or not, you know? So I'll know once I've done all of the points of interest on the two planets that I've had enough FTL keys that'll give me something else, like a ship upgrade or something. Try to get on the light side of this planet, shall we? No, it really wants to trend towards the planet when I do that. Wow, I got away from that thing fast. Hot diggity. Got more... these guys. The more or less easy ones. Let's go. What would cause a planet to be purple? Something in the atmosphere, but I guess the planet itself is purple once you get underneath it. Keep finding more encrypted communications. Thing's pretty far away. Let me try to get closer to it before I try to do this. Yeah, it looks like 200 kilometers is when you go into the regime of space versus the atmosphere. And then your average speed drops significantly. Okay. It's not as easy to overshoot as I thought. This would be a neat way for No Man's Sky to discourage popping into your ship repeatedly, you know, to explore a planet, having to worry about re-entry. The sand itself is pretty neutrally colored. Mostly gray, so it must just be the atmosphere then. Heating unit upgrade. Oh. That's exciting. Planet Morena. Which is probably the other question mark that I haven't been to, I would guess. Data stick. Restricted Asimov class to military and colonization operations. Haha. Just be careful with this. Beautiful metal head. Talking about me? Maybe. Cool, I'm excited to go check it out. Remotely pilots. It's behind me, isn't it? Okay, that's fine. Go ahead and do one of these for a second. A couple seconds. Alright. Getting there. Get in there. Rodina. Pretty. Oh god, there's a lot here. Okay. Xenomine. Unknown. Xenobase. Let's go somewhere more in the light so I don't have to worry about. I prefer the bases, and there's a base. I don't know how close those are in reality, like this plus sign. Maybe I can fly to it afterward. Oh boy. Wow, pretty. Okay, so the limit of the atmosphere, I think it's still 200 kilometers. Yeah. Okay. Can't see the little altitude indicator. Come on, 100 kilometers. I'm gonna blow up. Hey, first try. Ooh, pretty. That's cool. Let's save after all that, shall we? Very pretty. Big canyon. Oh, that's kind of cool. Built into the side of the wall there. Go bonk. Okay, I underestimated the height here. I don't know if my boosters are gonna get up there. We'll give it a try. I could probably take my gravity bike up there. Yeah, it's hard to tell. Is it that big that I could land on top of it? Guess so. Let's go. Yeah, wow. Hard to appreciate the scale of this place. It's interesting that like there seems to be a flat mesa limit to the height of the mountains. I can't get higher than that because it's shit. Oh, you guys are fast. That's bad. Thank you. Health. I'm super dead. Turrets are new? That's interesting. Appreciate if they added the turrets, because it means we've gotten a new enemy type in every base so far, I think. Like the shield guys, we got the Mega Man throws rolling mines guy. Can I rocket their shields? Don't think so. Oh, no, I totally can. Okay. Laziness hype. Maybe the explosion hits behind the shield. Yeah, I'm noticing that if I stand too close to them when I fire it. God. Hello. Oh, I can move across rooms. Interesting. Drops a bunch of rockets. That makes sense. Data stick, Wagon Master election, official results. Resigning as Wagon Master. Sully at this time. FTL decryption, let's go. This is a dead end? Oh, here we go. So I left a single alien alive. Urgent message. Powerful source of light and energy. Go to Marina. Okay. I missed that before. Valentina. One of our gunships to draw off the freight fighter cover. humans, not soldiers or commandos. It's like, EDF. Oh, Stanislaus. What a guy. Leading from the rear, how prudent. So close. Two distinct technological paths with different behaviors, and they're fast. You can get on Xeno the ship. You can get on the Xeno ship, I think they meant. Tavi. Sigrid Olaf's daughter. Interesting. Oh, I think there was a save attachment option. Interesting. Oh, is it like an ARG for this thing, maybe? Players to try to figure out together? That would be fun. Guessing that block of orange at the bottom is significant to figuring out what it's supposed to be. Cute. So there was a plus sign not far from here, but it was not far from here when I was really high in the air. Maybe it doesn't apply anymore. That's the one I'm thinking of. Do enjoy this pretty planet, though. Really like the color of the atmosphere. One of the struggles with getting the procedural generation in a game like this to just work everywhere is if you wanted to add a bunch of cute little, like, authored detail to it, like a canyon or whatever, that, like, you can only make so many of those, and the likelihood that the player is going to see it repeat a couple times is pretty high. And that's almost worse for the immersion than it just being this, like, endless rock planet. I guess this one has canyons in it, and there are sections that look really different from others. I guess maybe you would have to do, like, a, I'm still pretty high, aren't I? You'd have to, like, do real-world rules and be like, okay, let's make the planet, and then let's cover it in a liquid, and then whatever, you know, mountain ranges are above sea level pop out as islands, right? And then there are rules based on what kind of, like, vegetation can grow based on its proximity from a beach, how far inland it is, what elevation it's at, that kind of a thing. So maybe somebody will pull it off one day where you, like, play one of these space games and you land on a planet and it's, like, really convincing. You don't start to, like, see the Matrix after a while, for lack of a better term. More encrypted data. Yearly status report is past due, even factoring in the communications lag. Population growth rates and their associated resource burn they cause continue to be unacceptable. Failure to maintain the ship's population within the given safe parameters puts the success and profitability of this enterprise in extreme jeopardy. This venture was overwhelmingly funded by passengers in the sleeper car. Anti-sleeper literature. That's interesting. Tinkering with the bosonic architecture or software packages of your mil-spec automatons is strictly prohibited. I've been able to discover any significant advances in food generation. Contract out to Terran over to explore this. Updated code builds for your automatons. Your tardiness in submitting your status reports is of great concern to the company. Hong Kong 4, Earth. Still anticipating shenanigans, like maybe they'll play this straight and it's just that it's exactly what they're saying, like you're a bunch of paid colonists and you wake up as just some kind of like drone working for them. I was gonna say that the bloom on the surface of this planet's kind of obnoxious, but it like feels like it should be. Like, it's what snow blindness is, right? Ask the Rodina devs to patch in sunglasses. $200 kilometers is space. Thanks. Need to bury them. 8 of 12. It's 5 o'clock, but it took me some time to switch games, so I got a little bit more here before we wrap. Six days worth of oxygen split across 7 people. Planetfall. You're the planetologist. Is it life supporting? It's breathable, limited food sources. Nav Division kept a few Asimovs in cold storage as spare pilots. Haha. Maybe one survived. What kind of combat capabilities do they have? They don't have combat capabilities. If you talk to one, it can't tie its shoes without asking for more data. Talking about me. I'm not allowed to. It's the first and last thing they teach you, even on Rodina. Respect the protocol. I will not do such a thing. I'm gonna take over. Who would know how? Interesting. Alright, so they made me sentient, which is probably a bad idea. Kind of a cool way to drip feed that to you. It's a mine. This is no mine. This is a tomb. This is no tomb. It's a grave. This is no grave. It's a sepulcher. Grave tomb. These are catacombs. I don't know why that always like cracks me up. I feel like I can't name any media, but I feel like I've seen at least one movie where someone says, "This is no grave, it's a tomb." Like, what? Is that really so much of a distinction? Oh, warning fire. That's new. An ossuary. So the fire means I need to like put something out on the ship, basically. Okay, well, hold on. Is it gonna be in the ship or on the ship? Oh, well, that answers that. This is my own fault. I asked for this. Is this like spread? Or is it a set amount of fire based on how much damage I took in the air? It's gonna be fine. This is fine. Oh, that's cool. The door like glows red. Will I make it in time? Possibly not. Still some fire I haven't dealt with, it sounds like. Shit, I need another... Where's the other fire extinguishers? Oh god. Come on, system. Where'd you put the fire extinguishers? I've got guns everywhere. This is why we have OSHA. Oh, well, it's spreading anyway. Only puts out the fire if you're in space, okay. Okay, so this started as soon as I started the fire. Let's get out and fix it first, I guess. Sucks me out if I do that. I like have to get back here. There's no OSHA in space. Especially since we're doing alien style, like, space hypercorps. Evil space corporations, the best kind. Am I like standing on a fire tile or something? can hear it burning near here, but... Oh god. Wow. My ship just like crashed into something while I was trying to put everything out. I'll try venting it, I guess, and then try to get back to my boat. Just fell into the surface. It's gotta be space, right? Open airlock. Shit. Is there like, where's the vent option? Is it like in the... Do it from a ship console. Oh boy, okay. Emergency open all doors. Oh, this bike did a pretty good job of keeping me still there. Neat. Thanks, bike. Okay, oh god, yeah. I ended up flying pretty far away there. Well, this is probably a better spot to fly to anyway. There's two things fairly close to each other. Three things fairly close to each other. Beautiful. I'm gonna try to land here and then wrap. No longer on fire. Yeah, that was cool. There's a chance for that to happen whenever you're doing entry like that. Trying to not be steep. Well, shit. Kaboom! You died. Whenever you take a bunch of damage. Interesting. This place like always steep? Okay, there we go. Low 100. That's cool. Okay, future Marstead, you're going to want to land on this alien base, use control to land down, hold right click and then press W and S to switch gears. You're currently in cruising gear. You want to get it down to landing gear, which is the bottom one in the top right corner there. Also go explore that plus sign and then that plus sign immediately after. Once you land, I guess we can go ahead and land here. You're going to want to explore this base until you get the crypto key and then make sure that you remember to... I won't land, I'll save that so I can know how to do it. Once you get the crypto key, you're going to read something on your ship and then progress from there. Thanks for sharing this game, Game Saucer. This is really cool. End of stream 7/14/20.